Hello, Pisces. Welcome and welcome back. We're going to get into another reading for you guys. So y'all know the drill. Like and subscribe to continue to catch the vibe. Don't bring anything into your life that does not belong. I hope these messages help you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Help your girl out. Hype up the video. Like the video. Interact with it. Engage. If you want to check out my services or sign up to receive the monthly weekly newsletter. Click the link to my website. You can find all my website details and everything you need to know. Check it out. I worked really hard on that. Also, if you want to check out my other channels and any other readings that may resonate with you guys, click the link tree in the description box below. You can also book your reading from there as well. Let's see. Anything else? I don't know. Let me know in the comments if it resonates. I hope these messages help you guys. Okay. Let's see for Pisces, guardian angels, archangels, spirit guides, and ancestors of the highest vibration, Father, Mother, God, for Pisces. What is it that Pisces needs to know? Lord have mercy. What is it that Pisces needs to know? And the entertainer. Ah, nice. You're entering a period of happiness. Positive and sociable times are afoot. Expect things to go well at this time. I know that's hard for some of you guys, but expect things to go well. Things are going well. Things are working out at this time for you when it comes to the endeavors that you're involving yourself in. Look, you might thought I was being petty when I just said I know that's hard for y'all sometimes. Nothing is a coincidence. Okay, look what's at the bottom. The pessimist. Okay. Some of you have a feature that people made fun of you about. I'm getting that from her red hair. It's like some of you have a feature that maybe was targeted way back in the day, and it just gets passed down through people's prejudices, and people forget why they even chastise people for it in the first place. But there could be a feature that you have that people make fun of because that, it's just something that people make fun of. And that could make you kind of self-conscious. Okay. The pessimist says setbacks or obstacles in life are not failures unless you quit. Don't allow negative thoughts to cripple you. Okay. So right now, that's what you're doing. You guys are really forging ahead, and like for those of you who resonate with this reading, more than likely you're trying to figure out how to forge ahead. You're trying to figure out what's going on. You're working with the energy and finding ways to move past the things that you may feel like are things that you get bullied for, or that you may feel like are insecurities. Anything like that is something that you're working through to either change and improve for the better, or to accept and not let what people say about it affect you. Anything negative that's happened to you in the past, anything that you've been through in the past that has been hard for you to move forward from, you guys are using all of this fiery Aries energy that we just got off of this full moon, and that, you feel from the atmosphere, this motivation, this Mars energy. You're using all of it to kind of add to this concoction of manifestation that you're doing. And I feel like things are looking really good. You're looking really good. A lot of you are coming out of this energy of pessimism into a more optimistic space, and you can see it in your life, and you're coming off as very confident. Oh Lord, we have the plastic. Allow yourself to be more authentic and differentiate your internal motivations and external influences. So you guys need to, I'm not going to tell you I'm never going to tell you what you need to do in a way where you just need to listen to me. But I say that kind of like a euphemism. Okay. You don't have to do what I say do, but you really are being asked by spirit right now, Pisces, to make sure that you know why you're doing certain things that you do. Make sure that you know who's influencing you, why they're influencing you, what their intentions are, if your intentions align with their intentions, whether or not you want to do things because you actually want to do it, or if it's because you feel some internal influence that maybe is hidden, or maybe you feel some subconscious obligation or a subconscious influence from somebody else, a subconscious like desire or competitive energy. Like, it's not bad. We just have to evaluate and reflect upon these emotions and feelings to understand and discern where they come from, so that we can assimilate our lives. And that's the word of the week, assimilation. Okay. So that we can assimilate our lives in a way that benefits us the most. Because if you're an entertainer specifically, you may have pressure to fix the things that you're insecure about. That's really what I'm getting. You're different though. I feel like Spirit is wanting you to highlight what makes you unique, highlight what makes you different. Whatever you could be insecure or self-conscious of, Spirit is telling you that that's what actually helps to increase the power of your magic and your gifts and your abilities. When you try to get rid of those unique things and you are less authentic, it diminishes the power that your gifts and abilities have. And I firmly believe that, because when all these bitches start doing plastic surgery and they look the same, it's like you can't tell them apart. So therefore, you never know what stands out about each of those people, because they have hidden that. And it's basically like it's a subconscious way to basically deny your gifts or deny how God made you, which is like an insult, in my opinion, to source, to the creator. Right? And I'm not religious. For any of you new folks, y'all know I'm not religious. I'm not going to thump you upside the head with the Bible and say you should have had a Bible verse. Okay, get it? Anyway, I'm not going to do that. And that's not my goal. However, I feel like there are certain things energetically, and when it comes to universal law, spiritual law, God's law, that just are kind of true. Like, if you want to change everything about yourself in an unnatural way, to where you allow people to literally cut you open and play hacksaw and play operation on your face, to where you could lose your life. It's been so many women who've lost their lives doing plastic surgery and left children without mothers. It's just crazy. And I'm not judging, because if you want to do it, make sure that what they're saying, is not wrong if you do it. What's wrong is when you feel pressured to do it, or when you feel obligated to do it, or when you feel insecure about something, and that's why you're doing it, because insecurity comes from the lack of outer validation and approval from others. So if you're seeking validation and approval from outside sources, people, places, and things that are disconnected from you, and you're doing it for any other reason than purely for yourself, that is a problem. If you're exuding a personality type that benefits other people, or that is purely for the validation of other people, if you're participating in behaviors that are purely for the validation of other people and for some type of outer recharge and replenishment of energy that you receive from doing those things, Spirit is saying that that's a problem, whether it's plastic surgery or not. It's just like the kid at school who feels like they're a part of the it crowd or the cool kids if they smoke behind the school, when they know deep down they don't want to smoke. Or it's just like the girl who goes to the party with her friends, and because her friends are talking to a boy and his friends are there, she feels obligated to talk to them. And when her friend with her fast ass goes in the closet or goes upstairs to do inappropriate things with that boy, and his friends pressure the girl who's the friend who don't really want to do that to do the same thing, that's what I'm talking about. And those types of feelings start so young. So what Spirit is telling you in this reading is that your life is changing in a way where you're going to be very happy. You're going to be very positive. I feel like you guys are going to make a lot of connections. You're going to be doing a lot of networking. Things are going to be going well for you. But it's also, with all of this beautiful stuff that's happening, there's also a greater susceptibility to having your insecurities be thrown in your face, or constantly being reminded of your insecurities, either because of the environments that you're in and the people that you're around that you subconsciously compare yourself to, or because of outside pressure from someone who's telling you that you should do something that you really don't want to do and really don't need to do. Okay? I just feel like Spirit is saying, think wisely before you make a permanent decision. Don't make permanent decisions off temporary emotions. What's the entertainer? Page of Wands, right. So there's some type of good news coming in. I feel like you guys are about to get some good news. You're about to get a positive message or a positive response from something. You could hear back from someone when it comes to a job or an opportunity. But whatever this is, it's positive. You could have a letter coming in or an email coming in, text message, phone call. There's some type of communication or correspondence that's coming in towards you to give you good news, or there's a good sign of something happening that you can actually see. Okay. Wow. The 5 of Cups. What's going on? And the 4 of Cups. Okay. So you're getting what you want, and you see that you're getting what you want, but for some reason you're sad about it, or there's something that's still not perfect for you about it. You're going to have to deal with that. This feels like this is imposter syndrome to a certain degree. It's like, you belong here. You've studied to be here. You've done the work in order to not just fit in here, but to be accepted here. You've opened this door for yourself. You've done the things that you needed to do to be here, but it's like you still have some type of imposter syndrome or situational dysmorphia. That's a new word. Body dysmorphia is a thing, I guess, but this is situational dysmorphia. You could have body dysmorphia as well, because it looks like her body is exposed. She's wearing a very scandalous outfit, and then this is talking about plastic surgery. So I don't know if whatever field that you're going into is very focused on physical appearance, or if you are getting invited somewhere and you feel like your body doesn't look as nice. Listen, walk in there with your head held high and be confident. You don't have to do a bunch of stuff to change the way you look. You look great. Most of you guys don't even realize how good you look, and you don't even see all the people who be staring at you out the corner of their eye because they're amazed at how ravishingly beautiful or handsome you are. But you don't see it. Like, it's like you see yourself in a totally different light than other people see you. And that's what leaves you susceptible to people taking advantage of you. I feel like some of you guys are unhappy right now, possibly because you've dealt with a lot of setbacks. You've dealt with a lot of obstacles. You feel like a lot of things that you thought should work out and that you hoped would work out did not go the way you thought that they were going to go. But I do feel like there is some type of resolve that you have gained, to where now you know that you can't give up, you can't quit. And even though you may not be feeling very appreciated right now, and there may be something right now that you want that, you know, maybe you feel like you can't have right now, there is some type of good news or hope or positive reinforcement and confirmation that your dreams are capable of coming true. I think you're learning about the things that you may have taken for granted. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, but I guess that's what we're doing. What's this Page of Wands? High Priestess, yeah. You could also be accepting an offer for a job or an opportunity secretly. I feel like you're not telling a lot of people that you're going to be doing whatever this is that you're going to be doing. Your intuition is telling you that good news is coming, or that you're going to get something. Like if you apply for a job, or if you put your hat in the ring for something that you want, I feel like your intuition is telling you that you're going to get it. Now, you may be disappointed because it may not come through exactly the way you thought it would. Okay. But I feel like it's going to end up turning out the way that it's supposed to. 8 of Cups and the Devil, Capricorn energy, Pisces energy, possibly Cancer, Scorpio as well, and maybe Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. All right. You're walking away from things that don't serve you. And it's like you still feel a connection to these things or these people. But it's like your intuition is telling you that you have to leave these things behind, or you have to detach from these feelings. It feels like feelings. Your feelings You may have even tried to do something several times. You may have tried something so many times that you're like, you're questioning your intuition, because your intuition keeps telling you to keep trying, and you're like, but why? That doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, you could be very frustrated because you keep being, it's like spirit keeps telling you to keep trying, keep going. And you're like, that's why you're questioning your intuition, because you're like, why are you telling me to keep going if I'm just going to keep failing? Like, why are you telling me that I should, keep this up or not to give up if you're just going to not allow me to have it? Like, it's like you could be questioning God. You could be questioning source. You could be trying to figure out if you're listening to the right voice, or if the voice you hear in your mind is actually helpful or harmful. Some of you are questioning your intuition, but you can't shake this feeling that you feel drawn forward, okay? And that whatever the outcome of a situation is, you should not settle for it, even though there's been an obsessive, perpetual amount of loss in the situation. It's like, that there's some type of harvest that comes from these seeds that you've planted, or that there's something out there that you're meant to learn or meant to find, and you feel like you haven't found it yet. So it's like you can't let it go. You are kind of obsessed. You are kind of attached in a, maybe some would consider, unhealthy way to achieving this goal or doing whatever this is. But it's like there's an intuitive confirmation within you that's letting you know that you haven't gotten to the end of this cycle yet, or that you haven't seen what spirit wants you to see. You haven't experienced what spirit wants you to experience. Like, it's kind of like knowing that your cup isn't empty yet, or knowing that you're not done with your food. Like, your plate is not clean. You still have something on the plate that you need to eat. It's like knowing that there's still more left, and that you need to keep going because you haven't reached the destination yet. And I feel like this is because you saw yourself getting to the finish line, or you saw yourself accomplishing something, possibly in your sleep, in your dreams, in a premonition, in a deja vu moment, or psychic moments that you've had, and you just cannot let it go. But you're also kind of frustrated, I feel, because, things are happening the way that they're happening. All right. I feel like what's helping you right now, or what will help you, is removing your attachment to the disappointment of a situation and seeing how the situation has benefited you in the long run, and all the things you've learned and gained from experiencing these energies. I don't know exactly what that means for you. It's like, you can keep going. You can keep going forever if you wanted to. You will keep going forever if you have to, because you will keep going until you reach whatever this is that like, when your soul says, I'm here, I'm done, this is it, this is what I came for, I've made it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't have to mean fame or whatever. But it's like, when your soul tells you that this is where you're supposed to be and you've gotten to where you need to be, then you'll let it go. Okay? What else for Pisces? Wow. Air sign, favor in reverse. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay. I didn't see that out here. You may have air in your chart, though. And then we have favor. It's in reverse. Someone could be asking you to do a favor, or you could be asking someone to do a favor. Okay. There could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius asking a favor of you, and you may say no, or you're asking a favor of them and they may say no to you. So, if that's something that might trigger you, just be prepared for somebody possibly asking you to do something for them, and you might need to say no, or you asking someone to do something for you and they could say no. Be prepared for that. Also be prepared for someone trying to convince you that you're doing something for yourself, but that it actually benefits them more than it benefits you. Okay, what is this? Air sign in favor in reverse. Page of Swords reversed. Yeah, don't ask this air sign a favor because they're going to say no. I feel like they also are getting some type of like intuition not to ask you for something because they feel like you're going to say no. There could be somebody stalking or spying on you. 9 of Wands. 8 of Cups. Yeah, somebody is intimidated to ask you for help with something, or maybe they've asked you before over and over again many times, whatever they're going to ask you, and they see that you don't care or that you're not as invested as they are or you're not attached to the situation. It feels like you're detaching from some type of toxic behavior, or I don't know, like repeating the same mistakes over and over again. It's like you're doing something differently because you're tired of getting the same result. Playing games. Someone could be playing games at this time. Make sure you have all information about someone before you move forward. I also feel like there could be someone asking an air sign for something because they're afraid to ask you because they feel like you're going to say no. I feel like they're also afraid that if you find out that they asked this air sign that you would be upset. Friends. This could be involving friends or your friend circle. Somebody could be playing games in a friend group. Somebody could be asking a person about you or telling your business to other people. I don't think you care. These are people who watch you suffer and don't help you. There's a group of people who play in your face. You think they're your friends, or you may have at one point considered them to be friends. They play mind games with you, or they play this game with you where I feel like they act like they're your friend, but they watch you suffer. I'm not gonna help that Pisces. They're spying on you. They're watching you. They're watching you kind of like bang your head against the wall over and over again. They see how you're exhausted. They see how you're stressed, and they just enjoy watching you and talking about it and not helping you. But I don't think you really care because you're kind of like already walking away from these types of people. This could be somebody you're falling out with because the 3 of Cups was turned over in the 8 and the 5 of Cups. You're finding out that someone really doesn't appreciate you or value like the effort that you put in, the work that you put in, the interests that you have. Like somebody could think you're a joke, or I don't know. It's like somebody is watching you suffer. I also feel like you put up a boundary with someone here and you said no to something, and you set a boundary with someone. And this could just be in terms of like their access to you or however attached they are to you. There could be someone who you walked away from because your intuition was telling you that it was going to end badly because they were very like obsessive and possessive. And they were constantly kind of like overstepping boundaries with you. And you didn't really like them that much anyway. And it could be a combination of all of these things, but it's like you know and have been confirmed, or you're going to have a confirmation that someone didn't support you, or they didn't appreciate you, or they didn't respect your boundaries or something. I don't know. It's very weird. It's like somebody's just waiting for an opportunity to tell you no. That's why Spirit is saying don't ask this person for something, because they're waiting for you to ask them so that they can tell you no. And it's like spiteful. They're just observing you in a situation and watching you struggle, and it's like twiddling their thumbs, seeing you walk up their driveway to their front door and looking at you through the front window like, yeah, here comes Pisces. Here's my chance to tell them no and shut them down. So just don't ask this person for anything. It's a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, possibly a Scorpio, a Virgo, Capricorn, another Pisces, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or Cancer. What's the advice? Communicate clearly. You keep getting that. Yeah, and if you have to tell someone no, tell them no. Because I feel like once you do, you're going to be honoring like your own intuition, and you're going to be honoring your own feelings. And that is what Spirit is going to allow to show you the truth about how this person really feels about you. Because if you feel like you should tell someone no, or turn someone down, or set a boundary with someone to be like, no, you can't do this. No, this is not allowed. No, I will not tolerate this, whatever it is. No, I won't do this. You're kind of like honoring yourself. And if you had any doubts about, whether or not this person was positive or negative, and a good influence over your life, or in the right state of mind to be around you, this is what's going to show you. You telling them no is going to show you who they really are, right? You asking a person for something that they know you need because they know you're suffering. They know you're suffering, and they find you feel like they find joy. Your intuition gives you this vibe that they find joy in being able to turn you down and tell you no, means that you know everything you know about this person in this situation, because things are about to turn around for you. Because of the fact that you have chosen to be very perseverant and not let the setbacks stop you. Nine of Wands is like you continuing to evolve and try new things and not giving up until you're completely satisfied. Again, going back to that feeling that you guys had, that you haven't really reached the point where you can stop. You have to keep going, and it's like your body and your mind and your soul and your spirit and your intuition is going to tell you, okay, now I can stop. And you haven't gotten to that point yet. And because of that, there's something really good that's about to unfold in your life. But you have to allow for it to unfold. And you also have to know who you are before it unfolds, so that you're not easily triggered or tricked by people who try to act like they're in your corner, but really they're not. At the bottom of the deck, we have recovery and forgiveness. Okay. So if you're healing or if you're in recovery, first of all, Spirit is telling you that something is going to be recovered. You're going to get something back, or something is going to come back. If you feel like you lost it, you could be making a comeback. Okay. Period. Clock it. Clock it, bitch. But there is a recovery here, and that means healing. That means restoration. Okay, something is being restored, or something is coming back. There could be a person coming back from the past. Take it how it resonates. But you need to communicate clearly in all of these situations, because if you are going through a healing phase or a recovery phase, and someone is not forgiving with you, which means they're not understanding, they're not compassionate, they're not empathetic, and they feel this selfish need to prioritize your time and take precedence in your life over your own fucking healing, then that's what Spirit is saying. Communicate clearly exactly where they got you fucked up. So Pisces, I hope that helped you guys. Be sure to like and subscribe to continue to catch the vibe. If you gained something positive from this reading, please consider donating through PayPal, Venmo, or Zelle below, you guys. It is really helpful. I really appreciate it. I can actually give you guys hearts and comments on your donations and talk back to you, which I couldn't do with all of your beautiful PayPal donations and all of the beautiful messages you left me. It ate me alive that I could not respond to you guys on there, because I'm not gonna go into it anyway. Venmo, PayPal, Zelle is below. I really appreciate you guys. Be sure to like and subscribe to continue to catch the vibe. Book your reading if you want to book your reading. Check out my other channels on the link tree. Leave me a comment, let me know if it resonated, and remember, Pisces, this is our circle, booze. Bye.